Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good today. Now, I'm so shocked of this performance, this result. Arsenal women lost 5-2 today against Aston Villa. And listen, fair play to them. They were a much better team and they took their chances and they were definitely the better side today. I'm in shock. And yeah, today I'm going to come on here for a little bit. I'll probably be on here for about 20 to 30 minutes today. So please don't forget to send in any questions you guys may have. Or yeah, let me know what you think of the game. We did put a weaker lineup, which I did expect because obviously the team are in a final and I'm not going to expect some other players to start. I'm going to obviously just find the lineup that we started with so I can discuss that first. Now, I saw that and I thought, it was a little bit weak, but I thought we could be okay. We should get maybe a win. Don't think it would have been an easy win, but I'm surprised we didn't do better. Now, Sinsberger and goal. I'm going to speak on Sinsberger later in the video anyway, but it wasn't a surprise. And then we saw, obviously, Ruben Moy, Steph Catley, Mariona, Mead. I'm just going to go through it all. McCabe, Kelly, Palova, Blackstone, Niskuni, Cross, Reed. I think Katie Reed, maybe, I wouldn't have started her because I think it's a bit soon to start her. I would have obviously brought her on and gave her lots of minutes, but I don't think starting her was probably the best thing to do. I don't think Palova had the best game, but ultimately, I don't blame her for playing her. I think that midfield just wouldn't ever work. I think we needed, maybe Leah Volti or Little. We need one of them to play because we had no control in that midfield. It was so poor from us today, and obviously so disappointing. But I think it's fair to say, we can criticise Rennie when she's done great things, but it's fair to give her credit at times as well. But I think today she could have done better with that decision. I mean, I think it was quite a weak lineup in my opinion. I think it's just not enough creativity, not enough control on that midfield today. And yeah, I mean, obviously Chelsea are looking like to win the league today if they either get a draw against United or win. Um, so I've got to give them that credit. They've been the best team throughout the season. I mean, I appreciate we are in the Champions League final, and obviously very delighted about that. I'm just shocked. I did not see this performance coming by a mile, and yeah, it's a shocker. It really is. And like I said, it's not good enough today. And I think some of these players could have done better. I think maybe they're still feeling the highs of that amazing semi-final, but I think ultimately we need to be doing much better. Um, yeah, I mean, for me, the league has been gone a while anyway, but I think we could have had the chance to close the gap even more, which it's disappointing for me personally. But yeah, that is so shocking. I was not expecting that at all. I think yeah, let me know how you're feeling, guys. But I'm just taken back by that. And I'm going to speak about Sinsberger first. I'm going to get that out of the way. Now, over her time at Arsenal, I think she's had some great being at that. And we've obviously won things with her. But I'm just going to say it how it is. She is not good enough for me. And I'm just in shock at how bad she was today. I think, let me know, guys, if you can hear me, by the way. My internet went then, but yeah, I think it's just just the goal she conceded was so poor today for me. And I don't think this is a surprise for any of us. I think she hasn't been good enough, against Lyon on the first leg. She wasn't good enough today. I'm not blaming her for all the goals, but she's got to be doing much better with them. She really does, and it is so disappointing for me. And I'm just tired of it. I think we definitely, I strongly believe in the summer we have to move her on. I think there's definitely got to be better options there, because ultimately we know Daphne's our first choice, and we need someone who can really come in when Daphne's injured or when Daphne can't play. So yeah, I'm just so disappointed with how Sinsberger played, and yeah, it's so disappointing. And yeah, I don't think Sinsberger's good enough at all. And yeah, I just think that we definitely need someone to come in to do a better job because I don't think she's good enough to do that job. And yeah, I think Rennie obviously trusted in these players to really turn up, and they obviously didn't, and it just hasn't been our day today. But I just think to concede 5 goals is quite embarrassing. And I think I'm glad Rennie made some changes in that second half, but I think when they scored early on, things changed, and yeah, and big up AFC always. What went wrong for Arsenal? I think I'd say in midfield. I definitely think we needed to bring in someone with a bit of control. I think, like I said before, we needed to play either Kim Little or Leah Volti. One of them definitely. I mean, I think Kim's played an awful lot of football, hasn't she? And I know that we need her for that final the most, and she's going to be so important for us in that final. So I think for me personally, I think it's a shame we had to play her because it would be nice to give her a break and it would be nice to, give her a rest as well. But it's just a position we're in that we can't really afford to do that because we need her in this game. Um, Obviously, I do appreciate we tried to come back and we nearly. I was thinking at 4-2, we were quite close to turning it around, but we just weren't good enough, and that is just reality of today, guys. We weren't good enough, and Villa were. It was quite weird watching Jordan Nobb score against us. Personally, I didn't really like it, but I, I don't feel hurt that she's there. She did the right move for her career, and I can't ever be angry at her for that. Um, but yeah, I think today was just a disaster, and I think we've got to be doing so much better. I do appreciate the team are probably quite emotionally drained. I mean, they got to a final in the first time in 18 years, and they're probably overwhelmed by that. But I think in football, things do move fast, and you've got to adapt to things. So yeah, I wasn't surprised we obviously rotated, but I also think now for the games that we have before the Champions League final, like I don't know, I don't trust Sinsberger to play. I don't think she's good enough. And who do we have to sort of replace her? No one. And it's just really tough right now to be in that position because you do want to rest Stephanie because she's such an important player, but ultimately she's not. We don't want her injured again. So yeah, I think it's been a tough one today. I'm obviously, as I said, I'm just surprised and expect us to lose like 5-2. It's crazy. I think we could. I think we're just gonna put this one behind us and focus on the games that we have coming up. I am gonna go into the player ratings now, guys. So big up to everyone that's watching this too. Really appreciate it. I know the Barcelona game's on, so I am keeping an eye on that in case we do get to the final. Honestly, just want to check the score as well. Okay, 2-2. I'm gonna definitely watch that second half. So it will be a short video today, but I did want to come on here and do a review as I always do these type of videos, and I do enjoy them. Don't forget to like this video, guys. Do subscribe here if you are new, as that would be very, very much appreciated. So yeah, the player ratings, Leslie Sinsberger. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think what. I think she made some good saves at times, but I'm gonna just give her a 3. I'm just so tired of speaking about it as well because she isn't good enough, and that's just the fact. And we've got to play her sometimes because we can't always play Daphne, but we can't rely on Zinsberger to step up. So yeah, that's my nothing else to say really. I think the goalkeeping position has been a problem for a while. We've got it solved with Daphne. She's a level above Zinsberger, and you can really see that. So yeah, I think for me that's definitely going to be a lesson for us in the summer to bring in someone that can do that job for us if Daphne isn't available. Now let me just go back. I just want to so let me start with Moy. Listen, it's obviously great as well to see with Moy back in that lineup because she's obviously signed a new deal. She's been out for a while. I wouldn't say she was too bad to be honest with you. Yeah, defensively we could have done much better. I'd probably give her a 5 or a 6. I don't think she was the worst defensively. Um, I think Katie Reid, let me rate her. I think, listen, Katie Reid, really, I'm happy she got the opportunity. She made some good passes, but I also feel like I just don't think she was ready. I mean, I know, it's good to rotate, and I think it's good to give players like Leah a rest, but I just think this is probably too soon to do it in this type of game. So, yeah, I think that was a bit of a risky move, from the manager to do that. I probably would have given her maybe like a 45 minutes or something, but um, yeah, I think she did. I think she could have done better, but I don't want to be too harsh on her because I know she's very talented and she's a player that's coming through the academy and she's really, proven herself. So I'd probably give her a 6 today or a 5 for a 6. Um, Now let me go. Catley, yeah, similar. I think she didn't have the best game. I think defensively we weren't good enough today. I'm going to give her a 5. I think. Listen, I don't want to be harsh because I do appreciate that these players have probably played a lot of football in the final, which is amazing. So I'm sure they're absolutely delighted with that, and it's amazing. But they do need to be doing much better. Now I'm going to go in the midfield, Pullover. I wasn't surprised when play was started. I think it wasn't a bad thing. I think it was probably good to see her in that midfield, but ultimately I just think that she wasn't good enough today. I just think she struggled massively in the midfield, and yeah, I know she's had a big injury, but she's played some good games, and you do sort of expect your experienced players to really be there and really step up. So yeah, I don't think she particularly had a great game, if I'm being completely honest. Um, but like I said, not many of these players did really do much good either today. I think today we've really struggled in this game. So yeah, I'd probably give her a 5 or a 6. I think a lot of these are going to be average or I suppose below average because today just we weren't good enough today, and I think we just have to accept that today. And big up to everyone that's watching. Please don't forget to comment as well when I'm doing this video. Now Mariona, yeah, I thought Mariona. I think it was good to see her start because I think we need someone like her to play. I don't think we should always rely on her to win us games though, because I don't ever, expect her to do that. I think she was okay today. I think it's very hard in that midfield because I'm going to speak about this as well, but Cooney, Cross, and Plover just didn't work. I don't think they were great today either. So I think it's hard to just, blame her. But yeah, I think she was okay today. Big up David James, beat Leon but got hammered by Villa. I mean, it's just crazy. You could never predict this to happen, could you? I just don't get how this can happen in football. How can we beat Leon like that and get hammered by this team. And I do appreciate we have a weaker lineup. And I was thinking to myself, it's going to be a different type of game, but it just wasn't good enough from us today. And it's just a real shock for me that we didn't, do better today. Yes, Stinker and hooked Arsenal. Yeah, we were so poor today. It's a real shame, isn't it? Because, I mean, and I've known for a while. I think as fans, we've known that the league is probably done. I think it was done a while ago when Jonas was here. I knew it was done then, but I think we've made it easy for Chelsea today. But yeah, I think for me, I just think that Rene probably trusted some of these players and put too much of a weak lineup out for me, in my opinion. So yeah, I am very disappointed. Let me go back on to my player ratings. Beth Meads, I think I appreciate her effort. I think she was definitely trying to whip crosses in the box and she was really trying to get into space. But I think with Sabrina, their goalkeeper, a former Arsenal goalkeeper, I think to me, it felt quite easy for them. But I'd give Bethany the 6. I think you can't deny her work rate, her how much she tries, and obviously great. But it's good to see her starting because I know she had a rest the other night. I know she played a bit of the game, but I know she didn't start. So yeah, 5 or 6. I think no, can let me give her 6.5 actually. Let me go with Cooney Cross. Yeah, I just think the midfield. I think Rennie got it completely wrong with the midfield today. I think that we should have seen a Kim Little, like I said, Lee Volti. I mean, I don't want Kim Little to play too much football, and that's the problem that we're facing right now. Is that I don't want her to be burnt out at all. So I do worry about Kim Little. And yeah, I know she's not getting any younger, and I don't want her to be outrun, and we need her for that final, so I really just hope she'll be okay. Yeah, come on, hope you're good. Good to see you here. Yeah, so then we're going to Cooney Cross. I think I was speaking about her. So Cooney Cross for me, I thought today was just quite poor from her. Another one again that I just thought was quite an average performance. We've seen so much from her, and we know she can be doing much better. And fortunately, she just hasn't today. So yeah, I think it's just I think if we maybe would have had a Leah Volti or Kim Little with them, maybe things would have been different. But um, I think it showed you today how much we're missing these type of players, and we do have to rest them for the Champions League final. I do really get that, but yeah, I just think today was just not a good game today from them. Big up everyone that is in the chat. I know there's a lot of you watching this now, so I do really appreciate that. Please don't forget to like this video if you are new here. Do subscribe here if you are new. And yeah, like I said, please comment away. Let me know your thoughts on the game as well. Happily answer any of your questions as well. As I said at the start, I'll probably be on here for half an hour tonight. So yeah, don't forget to send in your questions you guys may have. Let me just speak about. I don't think whoever not. Chloe Kelly, I thought was a little bit more quieter. I do appreciate she has played a lot of football, and I don't expect her to be amazing every game. So I think I can let her off the hook this time. But yeah, I just think overall, I think as a team we weren't great today, and I think as a collective it just wasn't good enough really for me, in my opinion. And we do need to be doing better. So yeah, I'd probably give her a 6. I think she could. I think so many of these players could have done better, and we just haven't turned up, which is obviously really disappointing. So yeah, I'd probably give her a 6, 6.5. I don't think she was terrible. Same with Bethany. You can't fault their work rate, but ultimately, if it's not enough to win you the game, then I think it's okay to question that as well. But she's played a lot of football for us this season. She's been so important, so I think it's okay if she's not 100% stay. But yeah, I just think in the attacking sense, I just don't think we were particularly great. I mean, listen, I'm going to speak a bit about the goals that we scored as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on her. Stina Maxenius. I think Stina Maxenius. I know she scored, and I'm going to speak about that as well. But I do have this feeling that there has been a bit of a drop off with her this season. Um, she's a player that has dipped in that form throughout her time at Arsenal, and yeah, I just find her a player that's always offside. I just find her a bit inconsistent. But listen, she got us a goal, which I thought would get us back in the game. I mean, when you're 4-1 down, it's quite disappointing, but she managed to stay on side. She got us that goal. I can't ask much more from her. Um, I think in the first half, I don't think she was amazing either, but I think the second half, you got the goal, which is the most important thing. I probably give her, a 5. It's so difficult, really, because I don't want to be too harsh, but then I don't want to be unfair. So I'd probably give her a 6.5. I do appreciate she scored. Um, Now Russo for me brought us something else. I think you can really see that she is a level above some of these players. I think the squad today showed which players are good enough, which players just aren't at that level to be here. So Russo for me gets a 7. I think she really not surprised me, but I think she really showed what she's able to do on this biggest stage. And yeah, obviously very, very happy for her and how she performed today. And I think it was the right thing in the sense not to start her, because I think she's played a big game, and you want to rest your most important players for the final, and we want the best chance to win. But I think she came on, it was good to see her get some minutes, and she did a really, really good job, which I'm obviously delighted about. So yeah, I think Russo did a good job for me, and I'm very, very happy that she was able to come on and help us. I think at 4-2, I did think we had a small chance of changing the game, or we had a chance of doing something. But I think when they scored, it was just game over for us. Let me just go through as well the substitutes that came on. I just want to say I've not missed. Oh, let me go on McCabe. Obviously McCabe was the captain today, which was great to see that, as she's a great leader for Arsenal. Same as a lot of them, I just felt like I know they'll be all frustrated with the performance today, but yeah, I just felt as again just a bit flat, a bit not how Kate was against Leon. But at the same time, I appreciate she's been playing a lot of football and it's not been easy. So I do. I want to be fair at the same time. So yeah, I'd probably give her a 6. I don't think she was. I don't think she stood out today, but I don't think she was the worst out of them all. I think defensively as a collective, we really should have done much better today. Not just McCabe, not just one person, but I think a lot of these players needed to step up a lot more and they unfortunately didn't. Now I'm going to go on to some substitutes that did come on. I know I've mentioned Russo. Now I'm going to speak a bit about Kim Little. Now, as I mentioned, Kim Little came on. I definitely think she helped us a lot in the game. I think that she just brings you that control in that midfield, and she definitely has that control in the game. And I think she came on, and I just think she really changed the game. And I'm really happy that we definitely made that decision to bring her on. I think it was the right thing for Rennie to do, to make these changes in that moment, because it just wasn't going our way at that point. And as I said, we really needed to make some changes. So happy Rennie came to that decision, did that. For me, I'd probably give her, a 7. I think Kim Little came on and was definitely above average. She definitely helped us. So I can't complain really. I think Kim Little's. It's so sad that she might retire in the next few years because we know how important she is. But yeah, Kim Little's such a great player to have in this team, and I think I think we all really admire her a lot. Big up Niall, hope you're good. I'm really good, thank you. How are you? Let me know how you are doing. And as I said, great to see you in the chat. And yeah, hope you're well. Um, Hopefully Arsenal can do it in Paris and Barcelona. Yeah, I am going to try and I want to try and watch a little bit of that game. It was 2-2 last time I checked. It's half time currently. That is going to be one heck of a game. I mean, it's one heck of a game already, but I'm excited to see the rest of that game. But yeah, I think whoever the final will be, I think it's going to be exciting because I think they're both great teams. I'm good, thank you. Glad you're good. I'm happy to hear that as well. And big up to you for popping in. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a good day as well. Obviously, with Arsenal, it's been for me, it's a bit of a shock to lose like 5-2. I mean, I didn't really expect us to lose by that much. I mean, I didn't expect us to lose, full stop. But I think to lose in that manner, it's just it's a big shock to me, and it's not one that I'm happy about, but yeah, it's what it is. Listen, I think the Champions League it's got to be and it is definitely our focus, and I think we've got to just have it that way and just really see um, how it goes for us. Obviously, I would love us to win it, but I know Barcelona women are a different level. So I think it's going to be they're a different animal, Barcelona women. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do get on. Big up as well to everyone that's watching this as well. I really appreciate it. Let me know your comments in below, your thoughts on the game, what you're all thinking as well. Big up, yeah, thank you for watching as well. Do you like that video? Please do smash that likes. Let's get the likes up, guys. And yeah, as well, do comment, like I said, subscribe, do all of that stuff for me. Obviously, I was thinking of doing a watch on today, but I'm glad I haven't because that was a real shocker of a result. I mean, I just didn't see that coming for me, and yeah, it's a real shame. But listen, we're in a Champions League final. It's not all doom and gloom. We've still got chances to, turn our season around. I think if we won the Champions League, I would be very, very happy. I'd be surprised because I'm not expecting us to, do it. But I think to get to a final, I think is achievement for us this season, considering it's Rennie's. Rennie stepped up in half a season. Now I'm going to give Rennie a rating actually. I do think Rennie trusted in some of these players a bit too much today. But I do think she got it wrong. I'll be honest, I do think she made a few mistakes today. I think she had too much faith in some of these players that can't step up. I think with the Sinsberger one, I wasn't surprised she started. I don't think we have anyone else to really replace. Definitely, I know we've got academy goalkeepers, but I just don't think that you don't want to play young players too soon. I mean, yeah, I think it's disappointing one for sure. Rennie, yeah, I think the midfield, I think she should have had, like I said, Leigh Voltier, Kim Little in there. It just wasn't good enough today. But ultimately, these players should have stepped up today, and some of these players are quite experienced and should be able to do that. Um, yeah, I just think she played a few players that shouldn't have played, and maybe trusted in some players perhaps she shouldn't have. So I'd probably give Rennie a 5 today. I think, I appreciate she made some changes in that second half, and I don't think Renee's stubborn. I think she's quite happy to adapt to things, which I think is a good quality to have. And as much as she makes mistakes, she always she admits to these sort of things. So I think Renee is a great person, and I think she's not afraid, to admit if things haven't gone her way or if things aren't working quite her way. So yeah, I definitely think Renee could have done better today, but ultimately she'll learn from this setback, and I think that it's an important one to learn from, because I just don't think it was good enough today for us to lose in the manner that we did. And yeah, I think we're just going to focus on the Champions League, game, and I think if we won that, that'd be absolutely amazing. I want to just speak a bit about our fixtures as well. We have Brighton coming up. We have Brighton United, and then we have Barcelona. The problem that I've got as well is that in the goal, I don't trust Insberger, and I don't know who can really help us other than Daphne. I mean, we're quite limited now with options of players because of some of these players aren't able to step up today. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. I mean, I think we've just got to look ahead in the league. We've just got, like the men's team, we've just got to finish as high as we can, even though we probably know ourselves that we're not we're not winning the league. Neither of these teams are going to win the league. But if both teams could get to a final, that would be amazing. And I wouldn't complain too much, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, if we're able to get there and we're able to win it, that is going to be absolutely amazing. But it does surprise you as well, guys, when we do these type of performances. Give me 2 minutes, guys. I just want to put a light on because it's getting a bit dark. Give me 2 minutes. Hopefully that is a bit better now. I've got a light on in the back, so it was getting a bit dark. Myself. So yeah, guys, I hope the lighting is a little bit better now, because it was a bit dark and I couldn't really see properly. So yeah, I just put a light on. As I was saying, like today, as I said, not the best result. I mean, it's a shocking one. I mean, I'm just really taken back. I did not think we had this in us to lose like this. I mean, the last time we lost in this way was under Jonas, I think, against Bayern Munich. So this has been a surprise for me. I'm not going to lie, but I think we've just got to forget about this result. I think we've just got to pick ourselves up from this and just do the best we can going forward. Because yeah, today is just, I think today highlighted to me which players are good enough, which players are able to step up in the big moments, and I think unfortunately some of these players just aren't able to do that. I mean, we know our strongest 11 for the big games, and we know this team wouldn't ever play against Barcelona, but Yeah, I just feel a bit let down. I think Rennie probably feels let down. She's trusted in some players to step up, and they obviously, haven't, which is a real shame. But yeah, we've just got to pick ourselves up. Obviously, we've got Brighton on Monday. I mean, I don't know what sort of team we're going to put out. I would like to see a strong lineup in that game, but I just think in my head, if we could win that Champions League final, then that would be an amazing season for us. That would be incredible under Renee for us to actually do that, considering it's her first season, here as the manager. So I think that would be quite impressive if we won that. I think Renee deserves so much credit and admiration to get us that far. But yeah, I think next season's going to be great for us to compete in with the league. Chelsea have obviously been going there, for a very long time, and I think under Jonas, we never did it as much. We weren't there as much to compete. So I think this is going to be our time now to really compete next season and really go for it. And I think we know we've got a great squad. We know that we've improved so much under Renee. She's got us believing again, which is amazing. And yeah, even though today's a bad result, it's not the end of the world. We've just got to never, never perform like this again, guys. I mean, I really do hope we can pick ourselves up from this. I hope Rennie does put a stronger team out for the game coming up against Brighton, because that team just, I think this team today just isn't capable of doing the job that we need them to do. And I think it's a shame, but it is what it is, guys. And yeah, obviously today, we needed to do much better, and I think the team will be disappointed with their performances. I think they'll probably be shocked as well. Don't think anyone's ever expected us to lose in this manner, but you have days like this, and as I said, Villa definitely deserve to win today, and I think they've done great to stay up, and I think they are a tough opponent. They've got quite a few Arsenal players, so I do feel a sense of competitiveness against them, but I think ultimately, we've not done our job, and yeah, today's been a frustrating one, absolutely. But yeah, I think we've got to have a big summer ahead of us. I think we've really got to change things. I think we've got to see some big changes at this club. I think we all know our strongest 11 this season. I think we all know which players can be there for us, which players can be there in the big moments. I mean, Musso, Caldente, they're two examples of some really amazing players. So yeah, I think this one is a game to forget, but I think we definitely need to learn from this, learn from our mistakes, and I'm sure the team will reflect over this in the next few days. And yeah, we have to see better from this team, because today just was absolutely shocking. It was embarrassing, and it was like a performance we never want to see, really. And we don't really associate these performances with Rene, because a lot of the time we have been putting in some incredible performances, but I think today it was a really bad day at the office, and I think we've absolutely got to learn from our mistakes going forward. Um, Let me just speak up to everyone. Let me just read this comment out. Big up postcards from protest. It renews team. It's Rene's team to build on. Let some players go in the summer, like Manu, Hertig, Evenstein, invest in new two number goalkeepers and a number six, and an out left winger. Yeah, like you said, I mean, Rene's, this is not her squad, as you mentioned. I mean, no, we've got some great players in the squad, and she's done amazing, but like you said, it's not her squad, and I think she definitely needs time to bring in her own players. And with you on players that need to leave, like definitely Zinsberger. Like I expect her what she's brought to the club, but she just isn't good enough. And Hertig just isn't here anymore, and I think she just needs to move on. I know she's had personal problems, but I just don't get why a point of her being in the squad is she's never going to play. And yeah, it's a real shame, because I did like her and she did prove to be an important player at times, but she's just never here. And you know what? I mean, Steve Bastones has definitely been that player for us. I would say she's quite a clutch player in those games where we need her in the finals and against Man City and Chelsea, but I just don't think she can offer us much off the bench. I mean, even if she starts, I just don't think she can really offer us much there. So if she left, I would think fair enough, because at the same time we need to bring in players where if Russo can't start, someone else has got to really, give her a challenge, compete with her, and I just don't think we have that right now, which is obviously, quite disappointing. So I think for me, we definitely need someone like, that can be replacement or can just really help in any way. So yeah, I think that's a really good option as well to have. Yeah, I think the goalkeeper situation is so important. I really feel like we've got to have a replacement. I mean, Listen definitely is our number one, and that's great because she's done such a great job and she's earned that right. But I think for me, in my opinion, we need someone like, as a second choice that's also very, very good and might want to fight for that number one spot. So we definitely need someone in that can really help us, because she just can't, no one else can really give her a rest. And I do wonder if we're going to play Zinsberger, for the future up until the final. Now, I will just speak about number 6 and the left winger. Yeah, I think obviously we'd never know what's going to happen with Chloe Kelly. I don't know what's happening about her future, but obviously, it'd be great for her to stay. But I do think we need some other players to help us in the attacking sense to bring us something a bit different. Um, so yeah, I think we definitely need to have a big investment. I do hope that that Rennie is obviously getting that money and that she's has the tools to get the right players in. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to see how it goes for her in the summer. What sort of players we might see her bring in, because I definitely think we've got to have a big summer ahead. Because this is going to be a pivotal part of her time at Arsenal, Renee, because she's been there for half a season, and we need to see what she could really do in a full season. And I hope next season we can compete. But yeah, I definitely think some players need to move on. I definitely think that we need to invest big, and we have got a great squad. I think we have a strong 11, but I don't think we have any sort of impact players that could come on and really change the game. I think Beth Mead is good at that. I think she's probably the only player. We have Kavaji, who is a player that probably could go on loan. I don't think we've seen enough of her. I think she's had some good moments. I don't think she can really start over some of these players. It's a tough one with her. I really do like her, and it's a real shame that she's not able to really play and get those regular minutes. But I think we definitely need to make some changes in that summer and invest big. Like you said here, and getting a number 6 as well. I mean, that midfield. I mean, Leah Volti aren't going to be here forever. So I think it's not a bad time to bring in a few changes as well. Like I said, we have Pullover, we have obviously got some great players. Cooney Cross is a very exciting player, and I think she's been great this season. But I think it won't harm us by bringing in some different players to help us in that summer. So I do, yeah, I said I do. I think today's just been one of those days. I think that we have to put this behind us and really move forward in a positive way. I think against Brighton, I do think we need to put a stronger team up, and then obviously that'll be a talk for another time. But I definitely think we've got to, make some changes in this team. Um, yes to this comment, by the way. I really struggle to pronounce her last name, but I love her. And bring Michelle. I can't pronounce last name. Agabang, back from Brighton. She is absolutely incredible. I've been watching her goals, and yeah, she is honestly amazing. And I think that she's definitely going to really help us next season. I do really hope she can come back to us and we keep her, because I definitely think at the moment she would definitely be a great player to bring on off the bench. She's so young, so talented, so gifted, and I think it would be amazing to see how far she can come at Arsenal. Obviously, at Brighton, a really good move from her on loan. I think she's done absolutely amazing. And yeah, as I've said, I'm just really happy for her to be getting these minutes there, and just shining, doing amazing there. I think she's such a young, talented player. I think whatever team she does go on to play for, I think she's going to be absolutely amazing. 170 Gunnar says Katie Reid is not good enough yet. I do agree. I think that Renee was wanted to start her, wanted to give her that chance, which I can't, argue with her for that. I think it's a nice thing to do, but I think, as we've said, I think that probably wasn't ready yet. I mean, I think it's good to bring her on maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes for now. But I think the game, I think, it's so competitive. WSL is getting competitive every season. I think she's just needing more game time to really be at that level. But I think she's a good player. I definitely think there's someone good in her. I just think that right now, today, she just struggled, and I think that, yeah, I think it was tough on her today, really. But obviously, it is. I'm sure it's amazing for her to get some minutes today to play for Arsenal. But as you said, we do really need to see her eventually step up. And maybe, I mean, I wouldn't say no for her to go on loan. Would that be the right thing? We've seen Taya Goldie go on loan, which I think is an amazing player, by the way. So I think for our academy, do you really want to give them those opportunities? But I think today we probably learned that she probably isn't ready just yet to play these amount of minutes. But I think it's great that Rennie's given her these opportunities to start and to, yeah, giving her a chance. I think it's great to see the academy get some opportunities, which I really do admire. Because I think that's what Arsenal's all about, giving these players these opportunities throughout the academy. And yeah, I do admire that Renee was trusting in these players, but I think perhaps she might have been too trusting today. But yeah, I think we've just got to learn from our mistakes today, accept that we weren't good enough. We still have a long way to go by, long shot, because listen, it's Renee's, first season next season. She took over Jonas, and let's be honest, we were in a mess. We really were. We're now in a Champions League final. We can really admit and applaud Renee, but I think at the same time, she needs time to rebuild players. She needs to learn from her own mistakes, because today I think she was at fault for quite a few things. And I do, like I said, I admire that she isn't too stubborn, and she did make some changes early on, seeing Kim Little come on, and I think that definitely changed the game in a lot of aspects. So I do think Renee was great to, make a few changes in the game. So yeah, this has got to be one that we learn from, definitely. I think you just have to learn from mistakes. I mean, I think she's obviously, she's experienced, she's played, at a very high level. She will make mistakes. Arteta's made many mistakes, so I think she'll make mistakes. But as I said, I think the season league in the Champions League, I think we've I do think we've overachieved, but I think we've done a lot better than what I expected. And I think that's something to be really, really proud of with how we're doing throughout the season. And yeah, I think with the WSL, I think we've just got to finish second, get Champions League football, because I think Chelsea are definitely going to win it sooner or later. They could win it today, actually, which I feel like it's just been a really tough few days for Arsenal, men and women. So yeah, listen, if we do our job, I can't complain too much. And yeah, I think, listen, finishing second isn't great, and we don't want to keep finishing second. I will be interested to see if who out of Man City and United get that Champions League spot. But yeah, listen, we just want to get that Champions League spot for next season. That's all. That's really all we can do at this moment in time, because it's really been a really poor season from us. Like Jonas came, and I think it was definitely the right thing for him to leave, and we're in a final, which I'm very, very excited about. And like I said, still proud of the team. Big up postcards from protest, big up yourself, big up your comments. Jonas is now at San Diego Wave. Wonder how he's getting on with Emma Hayes when asked to release players for the international squad. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that I wasn't surprised when he got a job there. Emma Hayes, obviously, the international team. I think them two were just. I absolutely love their. I love the rivalry with them too. I do think maybe would have. I do. I think at times it maybe was taken a bit far. I know there's different things we won't agree on. I mean, I don't think Jonas should have been pushed. I think he was pushed at the time, but I think I love that. It reminded me a bit of Wenger and Marino at times. I just love them two going at it with each other. Ultimately, Emma Hayes won a lot more than him, but yeah, I love playing against Chelsea with Emma Hayes there. I think it feels different now ultimately, but yeah, we've not had the best record against Chelsea this season, but yeah, obviously I'm happy for Jonas, and I'd never wish anything bad on him. I mean, I think I respect him more now for actually leaving and doing the right thing for the club. So I think I can't really, have a much of a go at him for that. To be honest with you, it wasn't working out. He left. Fair enough. Um, yeah, but I think Emma Hayes, it's all very competitive there, which I find quite interesting. So yeah, I think it hasn't worked out. I liked Jonas at the start. I really did. I loved his passion. In that first season, he got us to a final. I think it was his first season. He got us to an FA Cup final, and he got us, nearly winning the league. We were like a few points off. I mean, that was so tough that season, but it's a real shame we never won the league that season. But yeah, it hasn't been all doom and gloom. He definitely gave us some good times, but obviously we're in a new era with Rene, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how far we can go under her. Like I said, next season is going to be big for us. I do really hope we keep Chloe Kelly. That's the one thing I want the most. That's the one thing I'm probably thinking of out of everything, because I really like her. I think I've spoken about her so much on podcasts. I think she's just great, and yeah, I think we're going to have a big summer. I think Rennie's got to get the right back in, and she's got to bring in the right players, because we want to be able to rotate some of these players and be able to give other players a rest. Because listen, Kim Little's so important, but I don't think she should be playing every single game. I know she retired from her national team a little while ago, but I think it'd be nice for her to have a few little, games off here and there. Um, but yeah, guys, thank you all for watching tonight. I do really, really appreciate it. I am going to wrap this up in yet a couple of minutes. I'm really grateful to anyone that's subscribed here, that's new here. I've just seen a Barcelona score, which is 3-3, which is absolutely mental. I will be back in a few days. I'm going to have a rest off tomorrow. And yeah, obviously the men's team is back. I'm pretty sure we play Bournemouth this weekend. The women's team is playing Brighton. Listen, we've not had the best sort of week, have we, Arsenal? It hasn't been the best time for us. So I really do hope that things do lighten up for us. But I'll be honest, I will be glad when the league is done for both of these teams, because it's been quite draining to watch. I love watching the women's team, to be honest with you, but with the men's team this season, it's been quite tough. I mean, the league hasn't gone great for either of these teams, but listen, if both the teams could be in a final, I'd be absolutely amazed by that. Kelly has to stay, if only to make up for the free kick that knocked us out of the FA Cup last season. Yeah, absolutely. Would be. I do really want to see her stay, to be honest, but I don't know what she would do. She's built some great friendships with McCabe Ford, and I know she has some great partnerships with the England Lionesses players here. So um, it'd be a shame, but ultimately it's up to her what she does, and you have to respect her decision. But I definitely think she'll be going to the Euros this summer. I definitely think she'll be having a good summer. And listen, I'll be rooting for her. I'll be doing some Lioness content, by the way, guys. I definitely will be doing that. And yeah, I think Chloe Kelly, never thought she'd be coming back to Arsenal in all of her career. Never thought, she would come back here. So obviously, it's amazing to see her back in red and white. And yeah, she's done amazing. I think the Champions League football was definitely made for her. She really is a superstar. I think, everyone admires her in what the level she is able to bring us. And yeah, she's just stepped up in these big moments, and I think that's all we can really ask for her and these players, to really just be there at the biggest stage and consistently perform. Yeah, Chloe Kelly is amazing. I'm so, so happy that she's here. Even though it's on loan, she's really helped us in these big games. So I think we have to give her credit for that. I absolutely love Chloe Kelly. So yeah, I think this summer that's the one player I'm looking at first before anything else happens. So yeah, today, listen, it wasn't a great day. I just think we've got to just put it behind us and never perform that bad ever again. I think Rennie needs to learn the future as well. I mean, I know she's learning on the job that to maybe put a stronger team out, because you can't really put a weaker team out in a WSL. Like, no team is really, I'm not saying any team is weak, but no team is sort of, at that level. But thank you guys for watching my show tonight. I have been waffling on here for a while now. I've been on here for nearly an hour. I wasn't, as I said, I've been here for 30 minutes, and here I am chatting here for an hour. But thank you all so much for watching tonight. I do really appreciate it. It's been really great to chat with you all tonight as well. I'm going to go watch the rest of the Barcelona game. I've heard it's really free. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. I will be back probably Friday. Another weekend to do videos, and yeah, I will be posting shorts on this, so please don't forget to watch that as well. Loved you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. Do like this video, guys. Do subscribe here, and yeah, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.